She has to go. She has to go.
Wow.
The interesting thing is if it was Fisk, he would have just let it
Tell
be.
him.
He wouldn't have moved out of the way. But dang, like he technically Fisk was innocent. That's crazy to me.
And she messed this whole thing up, Vanessa.
That's
And he took
crazy.
that bullet saying, in this moment, you're innocent, but that doesn't mean you're not a criminal.
No. This
It's a
is the part
psycho. What a psychotic angle, fucking
look at-
layer, fucking Oh my god. Oh my god. But you know what this means, right? You know what this means, right?
I was not expecting any of that.
It means the finale is
None of
going
us
to be
were. None of us
probably maybe be the best finale
None
of
us-
any Disney Plus show.
none of us
But wait, are they?
Still not meaning much, but I mean,
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What's up,
you
Jorge?
guys you keep saying it like it's anyway.
Are they releasing when they release this? Are they releasing 8 and 9 together? Or are they leaving this cliffhanger out there?
I don't think they've said yet. They've only gone as far as the schedule released for 5 and 6.
Okay, because this mirrors in a very wild way episode 1, like almost
Yeah, for sure.
exactly. So the only thing that I can think of is here's where the Punisher will come into play.
Mm,
Kind of like how Daredevil came into play to rescue, like the whole fight. Like, I don't know.
But it's also it's also a parallel
it's
to
flabbergasted.
season 3. It's a parallel to season 3, their wedding.
Yes.
We're not talking about season 3, man. We're talking about season 1.
I'm just saying. It's,
No, man.
Yeah,
No.
I mean,
But it is what you were
My
saying.
nigga,
It's so true. Like he's taking a bullet for him because, like the vigilante in him knows that he's innocent at that moment, which for Kingpin is going to be such a cluster because he's going to be wondering why did he save me there. Like this is a weird. Unraveling.
and Kingpin was holding him.
So
he was holding
all the blood on him.
His blood was on his suit.
Yeah, it was all over his like.
Mwah.
So
Mwah.
wait. So our,
I
mean,
And
subjectively,
I think that's gonna be a lasting memory on Wilson. Be like, this is the difference between me and Matt. I don't think I could ever do that.
For him,
Matt could.
No.
Jorge, welcome to Hell's Kitchen.
But okay, so at that time,
this is wild.
Fisk had his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She still would have been in the line of fire. Maybe it was a double-edged sword. Like he wanted to make sure that his girlfriend was taken care of, but at the same time, innocent wasn't. Because she would have been in the crosshairs too. If she hadn't have switched back, she would have been in the crosshairs.
They were dancing side by side. He wasn't dancing with her front and front.
True, that's true. Yeah, he definitely got in the line of it. I was trying to be subjective. But...
No, because what I was thinking is that he was going to switch partners, and he would end up shooting both his wife and him. Like one shot killed both of them.
True.
But yeah, no, this was a unique one.
I did not anticipate that at all.
At all.
In the beginning episode, and y'all were like, "Oh yeah, this is Poindexter's episode." I was like, "Oh yeah, nah, it'll probably be the last episode." But
I think he took the bullet because he thought the truth is worth it to take the bullet and let people know she killed my friend, and now everybody knows don't trust the Fisk. And I think he also wanted to take that bullet to be like, I'm gonna tell Heather. It has to be me. I don't want my enemy telling her. It should come from me, and then it's up to her whether she still wants me or not.
Well, I think it's more simplistic than that. I think he just was trying to save Fisk's life, to be honest with you. Because when you take a bullet like that from a marksman that don't miss and you get hit on your left side, like there's a 50-50 chance you're not gonna live through that. He just went and took himself out of the equation completely. He incapacitated himself. But how they even incorporated Poindexter in this episode and reinserted him back into this world was crazy. Because even the first episode, he didn't really say anything. This is the first episode he actually is using dialogue, and we get an understanding like, okay, who's like the pieces are now almost completely together. The only part about it was that I don't know is who the Punisher situation. Who was the person wearing the Punisher?
Yeah.
And who shot like the White Tiger? That's the only thing we just don't know. Everything else now at this point has been kind of.
Well, I mean, everything is pointing to that one crooked cop, like the one who like put the dude's hand into like the.
And he has a tattoo.
Like everything is pointing towards him, but I think that's too obvious.
Mm-hmm.
This next episode, I think it's gonna be more on the police force side of this because we saw how far extreme they will go. This one, like putting the dude hand in the fryer for what? And now I'm confused about why that dude took a picture and apparently like was that like it just
he was pressed. He's
pressed. Remember, he took out and he was like, "Oh, he's like, you're working tonight," type of stuff. You know the rules.
Yeah, he was a press person. He was trying to get some insider pictures and get the truth out. And I mean, even the whole situation. Now we know about BB. We know that BB suspected, and just off of suspicion, she's been trying to stick in it. And I think she's been using the old dude. I forget his name.
David.
Yeah, she's been trying to use him from day one.
I'm glad she's not sleeping with him, but I'm like, it's a more intellectual, like like way of journalism that for women that I like that they're showing that it's just like no, just be smart how you're moving. And again, also too is like listen, the name drop I think was episode 2 or 3, and of her, but for Netflix veterans, it was just so like yo, that's like because that was one of the most iconic scenes of him doing that, but you thinking that's a relative, their whole family knows about this because that's like some like that, like that's a whole like thing of like the funeral. Matt was there, Karen was there, like like and Karen was so close to her the uncle, like originally in season 1. So that whole moment was like of journalism for him, like of that family, like no, this is my family's legacy of the fact this guy did this to him. Like, no, I'm gonna finish what my uncle started. And, come on.
And people, I remember after that season that people were pissed because they're like, wait a minute, why would you do that? Because there's a history with the character. I'm not gonna, I'm not trying to reveal too much, but like, let's just say he doesn't just hang out in Hell's Kitchen. There's more to him and whatnot.
He's related to a lot of the characters. Yes.
I know we're going in circles. I just want to say this for my immediate thoughts of the episode. I think it was diesel fuel. It was tense. It was a good like batter up to the finale, and yeah, I love how a lot of times I just kept looking at us and we're all quiet. We're just all tense and focused on this. That like we were just nothing else. The thing with the swordsman, the fact that we got a perspective within the police department of corruption and those who are still wanting to stand up to it. This show is doing a good job of saying how damned this version of New York is, and how damned it is. There are those in each corner trying to put up the good fight and fight for the soul of the city, and for the spirit of the community of it. And I appreciate that a lot with the York stuff, with the chief, and seeing Matt. It's heartbreaking at times where he's trying to have a convo with his girl, and he's focusing on Fisk, and it's just like the mission over the life. And yeah, I had a blast with this episode. Man.
Jarrell, what's some of your thoughts on the episode?
I definitely thought it was better than the last episode by like a lot. I thought it was really strong. It's it's hard to keep my thoughts straight because this is Oscar night, so I'm like between the Oscar wins and what just happened here. But it was a great episode. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Let's see. Going to Bizzy. Bizzy, what's your thoughts on the episode, man?
So it's like my thoughts on the episode as well as the season. I'm gonna say one thing that I've noticed is like it's been kind of vice versa with Kingpin and Matt, specifically relationship wise, where we have Kingpin struggling with his marriage, whereas Matt has been finding some great success with his new relationships. And then with this episode, it's kind of just switched entirely. Yeah. Whereas now Vanessa is in that position where she doesn't feel as though they need couples counseling. They've gotten rid of the one thing that was really tying them down. Well, she got rid of him, which that's a whole separate conversation. But to see now Matt is so in his head with the whole kingpin, with everything. Now it's actually affecting what he has going on with Heather. So it's just crazy to see all of the self-destruction that we've gotten in this season. And of course it leading to him diving in front of the man that he's been kind of like hating on all night. It's just he's just such a complicated man. And I'm curious to see how Heather specifically is going to react to, of course, why he's doing this, why the hatred's there. Like there's so much that they got to wrap up in the last episode. And I mean, I'm glad that we got a confirmation on season 2 because this has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Mike?
Yeah. Again, it's the last time I keep bringing it up, but Daredevil season 3, right? With Vanessa. Because if you remember, this isn't the first time she got somebody killed. Because she got the what's his name, Jay Ali character, the family who got the cop that got shot by Poindexter. She was the one who made that call, and that was when Vanessa was finally coming into Fisk's life, the criminal side of his life at that time. Right, and then so you actually, that was the first moment in season 3 when you saw her. Oh, okay, she's in his lifestyle, and now here we are seeing her in Born Again, more season in that world, and now she became so consumed of it. So this is not, she done this before, right? And now it's just with a main character. And you always think it's Wilson. You're focusing on the wrong Fisk. That makes sense. But yeah, so I was just saying, I was just happy that they gave that reveal because it was earned. But again, it's just like the way they structured that in terms of having Poindexter come back in this episode, and you still realizing like, hey, did Wilson's like, I can tell you got me, but it wasn't who you think it is, right? And it completely flips everything. And just again, like he was holding him. He was holding him when he got shot. Oh my gosh, that's like so symbolic. And his blood is on white suits. But yeah,
we need to watch the finale, fam.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Hold on.
Let's run it back, my nigga. Let's wrap this up.
What is wrong with y'all? From a cinematic standpoint, that last shot and Matt hearing it, and even the aspect ratio widening, then honing into like how, like, I really truly didn't know what was going to happen in those last few minutes, and I love that. I've loved that about the season thus far. There's been a lot of moments like that, and it kind of leads you into this new trajectory. And again, I don't know how it's going to actually really truly end, but let's give our final thoughts and then ratings for the episode. Bizzy, I'll let you go up first.
The setup for the finale it's insane, man. I can't wait to watch it. But realistically, this has been a ride. It's been a blessing. Fantastic episode. I'm gonna give it an A. I think I don't know. They got a lot to wrap up in that finale, but I mean, I think they can do it. I think it's gonna be something else. It's gonna be great.
I think it's gonna be a to be continued, but that's okay. Jorge, what's your final thoughts and rating?
Yeah, this was a solid A. Like I don't remember the last time I've seen a Marvel show that just keeps getting better as you go on through the season. Like, usually they start off, or like there's like a 1 or 2 episodes that are good, and that's it. And this one just keeps getting better. I'm stoked to see how they finish this off. I mean, that's for sure. I think, yeah, I'm very stoked to see how they finish this off.
What was your rating?
An A.
Okay. Ronin, final thoughts and rating.
I go A as well. I think for now, first episode and the fifth one, the one with Mr. Khan, I think they're up there for me. It's they just amped up the fuel to 11. I love that they're playing around and getting the opportunity to play around with colors. Anytime, the opening shot with the flower and then turning into the cell. The fact that like Matt, I commend Matt keeping his composure to an extent when he first met with Poindexter again. It's just I've missed this guy. I've missed this show. It's a good balance between what we usually get with Marvel, I think. And I just one more episode. Please. We're almost there. We're almost at the landing pad. Like, please just make it smooth, and I will stand up and applaud. And I need to watch, man. I need to watch it now. I need to hear. You ready, Red? And just oh.
Yeah, never mind. Jarrell, what's your final thought and rating?
Final thoughts. Like I said, massive improvement over the last episode. Probably give it probably like an 8 out of 10. Maybe like a B plus, something like that. I thought that the Bullseye prison stuff was great. The final scenes really amped things up in terms of the score and like the feel of the overall episode. So it was a strong one for sure.
And to lead off, Mike, final thoughts and rating.
I give this A plus. I'm glad they, I predicted that Poindexter is going to come back, but I'm glad that now we got some sense of closure and to see about Foggy's murder. And I'm really intrigued to see the final episode. Let's get busy.
Y'all are hilarious. So for me, this is an A. This is a cross between an A and an A plus. At some point midway, I was like, man, who else could have set all this up? And at one point, I thought to myself, Vanessa. And then the fact of how it got revealed, how they set it up, the acting, everything, how they setting this up going into the finale is excellent. I really don't think personally that they're going to be able to wrap all this up in one episode. I think this is going to be a huge cut, and I think it's going to be a to be continued. That's my personal perspective, and I'm setting my expectations up for that moving forward. I'm not going to anticipate them trying to wrap everything up in one episode, even though it is 57 minutes. So it is a movie, but we'll see. Until then, you guys, we'll be back. Peace, everybody.